All right, we're gonna hook this beast up. We gotta clean some dust off. But I'm gonna introduce you to my editing rig. Coincidentally, we're gonna hook it up and fire it up too. But coincidentally, it's also my broadcasting rig. Because on Tuesday and Wednesday night, I use this to broadcast iRacing races. So, you're gonna get to see this thing and how it's built and what components I use. I listed them on a video I did. I think it's dropping Thursday night because I don't recall talking about this too much. This is a Thermaltake H500M case, and you want to talk about a big ass case. Here it is. We can change the LEDs with the button up here on the Thermaltake case. This is my AliExpress build, so I don't have a video building it, and that's it. This motherboard just beeps like this getting going. Oh, I guess it detected something different. We didn't even change the hard drive yet. So there's the two big ass fans in the front of this thing. They are huge. We got 140 millimeter on the rear. It moves some air and it runs cool. The biggest workload it gets, believe it or not, it's not editing, it's broadcasting. This computer has a lot going on when it's broadcasting, and to be able to do it with a cheap AliExpress build, it's really phenomenal. So we're going to show you the specs on this monitor here, on our test monitor, and you see all the stuff I have loaded up. Typically I got it hooked to the triple screen, so that's on my left, usually on my left screen. But we're on the single screen now because we're going to do, all this is going away. I'm going to have to reload everything. That's right, re-download iRacing and all. So let's take a look at the specs for you. We'll go to System. See, we got a Xeon E5 2666 V3 at 2.9 gigahertz, 64 gigs of RAM. I took that out of the HP 440 server, and I need to get RAM for it. Windows 11 IoT Enterprise LTSC 24H2, and you can see I installed it way back in March 26, so a few months ago. Coincidentally, about the time I started SimStation. I started it in 2019, I just didn't post any videos. And we are active. So here's our graphics card. We'll go to Device Manager. It's faster than loading up the other software. So display. You see we have an AMD RX 5700 XT, and that's actually a Soyo. It come from AliExpress too. What else we need to look at? My hard drive setup, and that's what I'm going to be working on. So let's go here. And here's why I'm going to be working on it. There's our 700 gig hard drive. 103 gigs left. We got 125 gigs left on that one. We got 205 on that one. That's because I moved all the files from it over to here and here. This is a 500 gig hard drive. That's a 500 gig SATA hard drive, old school. And that's a 700 old school. So the new setup is going to be one of the 2 terabytes that I bought dirt cheap. So one of these NVMe drive, the 2 terabyte, the 500 gigs going to go in the computer we just had up here, and that is what we're going to do. I'm going to take this side panel off, shut it down, take the side panel off, and I'm going to see where the NVMe drive is at in this thing. And we're hoping it ain't under that big ass cooler, because I hate taking that thing off there. I will if I have to, but I don't like doing it. So before I go on that break, I got the graphics card out and the side panel off, and we can get to the NVMe drive, so that's all great news. Let me introduce you to the graphics card here. We got a Soyo 5700 XT, and this thing has been doing a ton of work. And I'll tell you what, for a $130 AliExpress buy shipped to my door, this 5700 XT performs well. I found it for $130 on AliExpress. I don't know what you can get it for now. We're going to have to do a little cleaning too because it's dusty. We'll get that SP. So we got a SP NVMe card. It's the memory. When I change the memory in this thing is when I got to pull that big ass cooler off there. So we're not doing that. Very clean build. I really like it. I have since I built the thing, and it performs very well. It really does. This computer is a workhorse. It does a nice job editing the videos, and I'm really glad that I went this way with it. It's got the nice GPU holder. These cases are really nice. They are big and they are extremely heavy. So I want you to keep that in mind if you decide to get one. I picked this case up off Marketplace for $100 brand new in the box just before I built this build. And believe it or not, the hard drive is a 700 watt smart thermal take from Best Buy. The CPU cooler is a $30 cooler from Amazon, so it was cheap too. I give like $25 or $30 for that 500 gig NVMe drive for this thing. The motherboard, the CPU combo, and 16 gigs of memory that we sold in another PC. That motherboard, CPU, and the 16 gigs of memory ran me $80. So it's a 10 core 20 thread processor in it. So if I do an all-in on this, 80, let's say 30, 110, graphics card another 130, so $240. Power supply $60, so we're at $300, and $100 in the case puts us all into this thing for about $400. Not a bad build to go from scratch and build that for $400. I'm not disappointed at all. This thing is a workhorse. You would have to see what kind of work it does broadcasting. I mean, this thing really takes a beating when it's broadcasting. It's running multiple programs plus a YouTube channel, running iRacing, running all the overlays, running all the timing and scoring for the cars. I mean, this thing's doing it all, and it does it for 2 straight hours. Alright, she got a quick clean job, but nothing extravagant there. Just a little spray away on her to get her spiffed up again. The SimStation way. The good news is, I just thought about this, I already have Windows loaded on this, so we'll just have to activate the Windows 10, and I'm keeping it on here too. I use the Windows 11, I don't like it, so I'm going to keep the Windows 10 IoT Enterprise LTSC 21 H2 because it's good until 2032 on this machine. And if it hadn't been for that version of Windows, I might have had to take a break from iRacing, broadcasting, the entire league that I have, because I am not a fan of Windows 11. And I would, if I didn't have to do the iRacing, or if I didn't do the iRacing stuff and have to have Windows, I would definitely make Linux my daily driver, and I would game on it. So there we go. We got the beautiful lights again. Are we going to post? Probably not. We had the graphics card out. I don't know what kind of pissed off we made this Chinese machine, but we might have pissed it off. We'll see. We're not posting. What? Ooh, it made some sounds. We got lightage. And we shut off again. Man, this thing don't like when you mess with it. It don't like it. She'll fire up sometimes on one boot up. Other times, you just got to go another round with her. Let her go another round. I call it temperamental, but we ain't posting now. There we go. Now we should post. Yep, we're loading up again. So we are spinning the wheel, loading in the windows, which is good. We have our interweb hooked up here. And look at that, we got our Windows install already done for us. You'd think somebody pre-installed it, wouldn't you? It's showing everything right here, but I'll bet you money that we are not activated. We'll go to the home, updates. Oh, let's see here. Activation. And we are not activated. We're going to have to activate it, do all kinds of updates on it and all that garbage. We didn't have it activated because we had Windows 11 on this, as you guys seen before, but that is not what's going back on it. Windows 10 is staying on it. This is the editing rig. It's my personal machine, so it's not getting flipped, sold, or otherwise stuffed in a corner. This one gets more use than any computer I own. It works harder than all the rest of them do, and it gets hours and hours of use. So it's a heavily used machine. That's why I told you when it busts a capacitor, I won't be surprised. But the hard drive I took out, we're going to put in a Fire machine that I was working on earlier. Oh, we got drivers to install, I'm sure. Let's see what we need. Ooh, all of them. All 20 of them. What do we got? Basic. Yeah, we're going to do drivers and stuff. We're going to get my external drive over here. We got to download iRacing. We got to move files over. We got a lot of work to do. But I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to put it back where it goes on the triple screen. And I'm going to sit down in my chair and do it. And I'll set you up on a GoPro over there when it's all done. And we'll show you how our 2 terabyte Predator come out. But she don't have nothing but a stripped down Windows version on her now. So you can see we got 1.79 terabytes free of 1.86 terabytes. That's what we like. We like that. We just got to figure out the other 2 hard drives. I don't have time to do it now. There's a good chance I'll have to broadcast tonight, but I really want to race. So I got about 2 hours, about 3 hours total to have this iRacing on it, all the updates done and ready to go. I can't do it here on the cellular. I got to put it back on my home network because I have 5 gigabit internet and it's much faster to download and do all this stuff, but it still takes time to install it. So I'll cut you back on the final, because this isn't the final. The final is when we get everything on it, and I will cut you back on then and finish this video out. Alright, you're looking at the editing rig after the update, so we're going to close this video out because I've got it in the editor right now, and it's way too big. I thought it would be a short one. This thing's 45 minutes long before we add this part onto it, and this is going to be the closeout for it. But the 2 terabyte drive is in it and working good, and this is actually a week and a half later. The video's dropping when it should. It's actually going to drop tonight. That's why it's in the editor now. It is literally 2:34, and I got to have this thing done and dropped by 6 p.m. tonight. So I am going to work diligently on this thing to get it edited. That's why we're going to do the closeout now. I've had that Turtle Beach rig set up here, and I actually, instead of broadcasting, I got to race Tuesday and Wednesday night. So I did it on this on the rig on these screens, but I use the Oculus or the Meta Quest for it. So the Oculus Quest is what I used. So I was able to race Tuesday and Wednesday night. Tuesday night, by far the fastest car on the track, but got caught up in a wreck late in the race, so that ended my run there. Wednesday night, fast once again, qualified good. Wrecked myself in that one, so I spun the truck out. But I got to lead some laps and definitely showed speed on a wheel I've never used before, so the Turtle Beach Velocity 1 race wheel did good for that. But getting back to this, we need to close it out. I do not have the 1 terabyte drives in it yet. I just put the 2 terabyte SSD in it. And it's working good. This computer hasn't even been hooked up. I switched this back over today because last night I raced with the Turtle Beach setup. I had to tear all that down, get the backup rig tore down and out of here, and get it back to editing. And that's what I'm working on now. And then when I went to do this video, I realized that I never did a closeout on it. So I'm gonna order 2 4TB drives for this to use for storage, and we're gonna keep the Predator 2TB in, obviously, as our main solid state drive for the operating system and stuff. I hope you enjoyed it. It give you a chance to look inside of my editing rig, and this is the complete AliExpress build. I've been really happy with it. You know, every component in this was brand spanking new. None of it was used. So we built a brand new machine that's capable of not just editing but broadcasting the iRacing races. And I think I went over all the stuff that takes. So I'm really happy with the unit, and I think it's been it's done a phenomenal job. How long will it hold up? I don't know. We're going to find out on the channel, because I will tell you guys and gals when it breaks, period. I'm not going to keep that from you. But I want to close this video out by thanking, I think I have my YouTube opened up back here somewhere too. Oh, what is the deal here? What is correct browsing? How about no and no? How do I get it to just say no? Okay, so I have the YouTube channel opened up behind me, and I'm gonna see if I can find something here. You're not gonna be able to see it that well, but I'll go to YouTube Studio. I need to be there anyway to upload the video. Welcome to the YouTube Partner Program. I want to thank each and every one of you. Because of you, we have hit partnership status with YouTube, and I want to continue to watch this channel grow, and I'll continue to respond to comments, and I'll try to respond to them in the most positive manner possible. But please understand, you know, I'm only human, so I'll extend as much courtesy as the commenter does, and that's all I can promise you guys and gals. And I think that you've seen most of it. Most of my replies are positive, and I always try to stay on my best behavior. But circumstances sometimes get me a little wound up and pointed in a different direction. But I'm gonna stop responding to negative comments, probably, because it's better off for me to just leave it alone and let it go as it is. But with that, I want to thank each and every one of you, because without your support, I wouldn't have made it this far. And I plan on going much farther with the channel. And hopefully the content will just keep getting better. I'm going to be busy for a little while, and I want to be straightforward on this. I'm going to drop the Thursday night videos for the short term. And I'm not sure when in the future I'm going to pick them back up, because I'm going to head a different direction. This is the point I wanted to get at, was the partnership program, before I made this determination and decided to change directions. I'm going to set and reserve Thursday nights up for live streaming. And you can tell me what you think about that. But what I mean by live streaming is maybe live streaming Linux installs, Windows installs, just doing different stuff, and you being able to interact with me live when I'm doing it. So we might mess around with doing some live streams now on Thursday nights. You're not going to see Thursday night content some weeks, because I am going to war with this room. I have to get this floor tore out. My wife and I have been working on the floor in the laundry room, and we have finally got the new flooring laid down after replacing the subfloor in there. So I'm going to come in here and do the same thing, but I need to figure out storage, shelves, and all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be a chore getting my Tuesday night videos done, but the Thursday night videos are, I'm going to have to take a break on them for a little while. You'll get the 6 p.m. video every Tuesday, and randomly you might see a live stream show up on Thursday in the meantime. And then we'll get back to doing just other content, not necessarily our marketplace finds on Thursday night, but other content. So we'll get back to doing that. With that though, I can't thank you enough. Like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free to do, right? It's easy and it's free to do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I really mean that. I truly mean it. But thank you. It's been another great SimStation production. You got to look inside the editing rig that does all these videos for you on YouTube. And I think it was a great shot to look inside of this thing. And that's going to do it for the video. We'll catch you on the very next SimStation production.